Hello guys, it's Kaos Fake here. Just letting you know what this video is going to be about. It's going to be a two-parter because we haven't been enabled 15-minute uploads yet. What it is basically there was a question and answer with Rod Fergusson, who is the executive producer, I think, the executive producer of Gears of War, and basically Video Fletcher basically talked through all the questions and put his opinions on them and how it's going to affect the gameplay and all that. So if you want to see more videos like this, just say, and Video Fletcher can do some more. Anyone else is welcome to do some more videos like this. Yep, I enjoyed it, so I hope you guys do too. Peace.
Hey guys, Video Fletcher, and this is going to be some Gears 3 new information that I've been kind of reading about, and I'm just going to kind of do the run through the question and answer with Rod Fergusson. If you don't know, he does a question and answer on Justin TV. I'll put a link in the description so you can watch the video. If you don't want to listen to me talk about my opinion on what he said, then just go ahead and watch the video for yourself, but do leave a like on the video before you go. So I'm just going to quickly run through everything he sort of said. It's kind of the transcript here is on this website, and I'm just going to read through and give my opinion on kind of what I think. Now, before I start, I want to talk about, because it's not actually on here, but they've changed execution for Gears of War 3. Now this to me seemed like quite a big problem, but maybe I'm coming around to the idea. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to adjust because I want to like the game when really it's going to be bad. But I want to kind of make an excuse for it. So what they've done is it's called the man up rule. Now in Gears 1 and Gears 2, you had a stalemate situation. So there'd be 4 guys versus 1 guy, and the guy say would run away, or they wouldn't have time to kill him, and it would draw out. And to me, that seems perfectly reasonable. If you can't kill the other team in the set amount of time, then you shouldn't win. What this man-up rule does is it will pick the winner based on how many people you have left. So, if it was 4v3 and the clock ticked down and it went to 0, it wouldn't be a stalemate, it wouldn't be a draw. The people with 4 players would get the win, which, yes, it does make sense because they have more people, they have done better in that round, but you've got to think of the consequence of what that actually means. Because the way the weapons respawn in Gears 2, if people don't know this, in Gears 1, if I had a boom shot and I shot my 2 shells of boom, then the weapon would respawn on a timer, so it would respawn, I think it was after a minute and a half. That would respawn even if I had ammo. So if I had 2 boom shots, say it was a 2v1 situation and I had 2 boom shots, okay? I could easily camp with my 2 boom shots knowing that the 1 guy left can never get a boom shot because I have ammo. When in Gears 1, even if I had ammo it would respawn, but Gears 2 it wouldn't respawn. So it kind of promoted people just getting a power weapon and holding 1 ammo so the other team could never get one. Which for me created really boring camping situations that you couldn't really beat. So the man-up rule mixed with, because the Gears 3 has the Gears 2 weapon respawning, kind of is going to ruin the game for me. So again, I'll give another situation. It's a 3v1. Okay, the last guy wants to go clutch, but the 3 people have got a boom shot. Now, the correct thing to do in this situation would be to camp and just to not even go for the last guy, because why would you go for the last guy? If you draw it out, you're going to win anyway, and if you don't shoot that boom shot, then it's not going to respawn, so there's no chance it's going to take a clutch situation when you've got a boom shot, and he can only use his shotgun and there are no power weapons available to him. I really don't think they've thought about this. If for instance I was playing a competitive game, say in ranked, I know it's not really competitive, but if I wanted to win, if we rushed in and got 1 kill and went 5 players to 4 up, then the correct thing for us to do, and the correct thing that the game is telling us to do, is to just not go in and kill them. Because why should we? They then have to come to us. It's the man up rule. They have to come and fight us, which yeah, you won't get people running away, or like, yeah, you won't get people running away, but I don't know. I just think it's going to promote camping. But the only kind of good thing that's come out of this is you can turn it off in private matches. So like GB and probably scrims and stuff won't have that rule, which is good. But you know, you've got to think about ranked as well. You know, you can't just abandon them. People do play ranked to win. Uh, so there was another good point that came out of this on his kind of talk. He said that he understands that people may not like this and they may not get used to it, so they have put methods in. They've coded it in a certain way that they can change things without updates. So it does show that they are willing to change. When Gears 2 it was kind of this is what we're doing, you either like it or lump it. When in Gears 3 it's kind of like, yeah, actually they might not like this, so we can change it. So hopefully if it does turn out that everyone's camping after getting one kill, that it can be changed. So that was kind of that. I could talk about that a lot more, but that's basically the gist of it. Is it makes the correct thing to do is to camp and hold a weapon. So I think it would be okay if you had one or the other. If you had the Gears 1 spawning weapon system, so it always respawned no matter what, and you had the man up rule, then yeah, I could push out and maybe get a beam shot or something. But when it's the Gears 2 weapon spawning rule, there's no way I could clutch. So that's just going to take away any sort of clutch moments or any enjoyment. So we'll move back onto the transcript now after I've talked about that. And this is just some more Gears 3 information where he just talks through it. I'll kind of paraphrase the questions. So it says, let's pick a question out that may be interesting. So it says, how many multiplayer maps will ship with the game? The same, if not more, as the previous release of Gears. They'll never ever ship less than we've already shipped. So that's good that, you know, they're not trying to downscale it. They're always trying to make the game bigger and better. So, you know, expect more maps, and then the next one leads on to this. It says, are there any plans to release additional skins, maps as DLC? It says it's important we have downloadable content after release. Based off the previous games, there is a good chance we will be releasing DLC. So obviously they can't announce anything yet, but it's obvious that, you know, there might be like some sort of, like, I don't know, Christmas skin for your Hammer Burst, something like that. You can imagine them doing that. In Beast Mode, will you be able to select a starting wave? No. It's meant to be a bite-sized experience. Horde is the endurance run. So Beast Mode is kind of a 20 to 45 minute game. Fail a wave and you will get a 3-minute penalty. So it's based off time. So it's not how many rounds you do, it's how quickly you complete it. So if you want to like start something from wave 30, then you play Horde. But if you want to just blitz through Beast Mode, then you can do. It says, why are we changing how stalemates work? It says, stalemates kind of suck. Any sort of... it says any sort of... He's kind of wrote this wrong here, but he's basically trying to say that any comments that we receive, the game can be changed post-release if needed. There are lots of room to change things once the game's released, so that shows that they are willing to change when they weren't in Gears 2. So it says, will you learn any new things at Comic-Con, which is an event coming up? And it says, yeah, we'll be taking over the Microsoft booth and bringing more Horde. They seem to be obsessed with Horde when I think it's good. I can imagine myself playing Horde with the new updates they've done. If you don't know, it's kind of like you can build barriers and you kind of build fortresses and you hold off the enemy. It seems it's a lot better. You can have decoys and stuff. A bit like zombies, to be honest. But I don't know, I think they need to focus more on just absolutely nailing the multiplayer. So, it says, how do you come up with the name of the new Locusts? They weren't originally called Locusts, apparently they were called Geists, but then a Nintendo game came out called Geists, so Cliff came up with the idea of Locusts, and he kind of names all the Locust characters from then on. Looking back at Gears 3, is there anything you'd want to change? Any missed opportunities, something you didn't expect would do well, and you wish you'd implemented earlier? It says more of what we're doing this time. In terms of what we'd wish we'd done, we've created a casual place to play multiplayer. Now this is a new thing. It says, if I want to play competitive multiplayer or casually, I can do. Casual is a special place where only new people are allowed. So it's they're playing with people of the same skill level, but more experienced or hardcore gamers can then play ranked. So what it is it tests if you've played any Gears games, and if you haven't, then you have to kind of play casual multiplayer, and then you get promoted out of that, and then you can play normal multiplayer. So new accounts may kind of crop up and play some casual multiplayer, but I would have thought that there'd be a way around that so people don't make new accounts and abuse it. But I don't think you'd get as much XP anyway. But that's nice to think that, you know, the worser people at Gears can finally have somewhere to play where they don't have to get smashed and moan and ruin your score. Says, what skin do you like to rock in Gears 3? It says, if you haven't seen it, there's a liquid skin that people from Epic had, but a few people have now actually seen that, so he said we've changed that, and we've got our own unique crazy skin that only Epic workers can have. So it'll be interesting to see if you're running a game with a crazy skin, you'll know he'll work for Epic. So that'll be interesting if we get to play with the actual game developers.